Welcome to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Thank you for joining us. Work is moving ahead on a plan to transform downtown Wheaton from a community that has struggled to one that will be a destination location. Susan Kennedy has the latest on this redevelopment project. Susan?
Lorna, at one time, Wheaton was a vibrant community. It suffered through some tough economic times, but its future is looking bright thanks to county redevelopment plans. After years of work and research by local community leaders, Wheaton is poised for a major transformation. It's been close to 20 years since officials have examined the Wheaton Central Business District, and it's hoped this redevelopment plan will guide future growth in downtown Wheaton.
The zoning that we're proposing for Wheaton will add more flexibility, more options, the potential for some great new commercial development, as well as a mix of housing. And there's some infrastructure issues that will add some additional mobility and will make it a more pedestrian and really lively place.
Wheaton is home to the popular Wheaton Westfield Mall, and it draws residents from all over the county to its small stores, restaurants, and other businesses.
My name is Luis Bonilla. I'm a small business owner.
At a recent County Council Town Hall meeting in Wheaton, some small business owners came out to express their concern over how the redevelopment plan will affect them.
Wheaton's such a unique place. A lot of it is the small businesses and the diversity of business opportunities that a consumer can find, whether it's a deli or a restaurant or a print shop or a bookstore or a toy store or a barbershop. They're all here in Wheaton.
Wheaton is not going to change radically tomorrow, and I think it's important that we recognize this is a long-term vision of what might occur over time.
In the end, the face of Wheaton may look different, but its character will be the same.
We have tried to structure it in a way that will allow the existing small businesses to continue to flourish, because that's a very important part of Wheaton's character, and we don't want to destroy that. We also have a real emphasis on making a better pedestrian environment. There are places where it is hard to walk around. It's not necessarily pleasing aesthetically.
I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
This week, County Executive Ike Leggett launched the public outreach campaign for the county's new carry-out bag law that will take effect January 1st. Under the law, retailers must charge 5 cents for each paper or plastic carry-out bag they provide to customers. The county wants to make sure the residents don't wait until January 1st to start bringing their bags to the stores. The public outreach campaign kicked off at Westfield Montgomery Mall in Bethesda with the full intention that the shopping holiday season becomes practice for the new bag law.
People understand that it's not about the fee, it's about the environment, and we want to protect the environment in Montgomery County. So I'm calling on all of our residents to join us in making certain that you get the word out and abide by our new law effective January the 1st.
Under the law, all retail establishments in the county will charge 5 cents on each paper or plastic carry-out bag they provide to customers. The intent, to fight litter.
When we do cleanups in the county, this is what we find. We find these plastic bags, almost always more plastic bags than any other kind of trash that we have. And that's despite the fact that we are spending about $3 million a year trying to keep this off of our streets and out of our streams.
Shoppers at Westfield Montgomery seemed pleased with the initiative.
People just have to adjust here, and I think it's a move in the right direction. I think there's a lot of good that can come of this. I think there's going to be some pushback from a lot of people, but at the end of the day, I think we're going to be a lot better off for it.
I think it's a good thing because there is so much trash everywhere, especially near the ditches and the open green spaces.
We're going to have to pay for something. We're at that point now, unless we change our ways.
Revenues from collections would be directed to stormwater management, watershed restoration, and litter cleanup. The county will distribute reusable bags. For information on locations, visit montgomerycountymd.gov. Council members took a moment to recognize Manna Food for its efforts to eliminate hunger in Montgomery County. Manna has distributed more than 36 million pounds of food to more than 2 million residents of our county. This past year, Manna provided food to 5% of Montgomery County residents facing hunger.
Of course, when we hit November, we're oftentimes thinking about Thanksgiving and giving thanks and making sure that we remember those that are less fortunate than us. And today, we get a chance to recognize someone who actually does this 365 days a year. And it's extremely important for us to keep in mind and continue to remember that we have people that go hungry 24/7, not just on Thanksgiving.
I left the food bank this morning with 304 families scheduled to pick up food today. 304 families not sure where their meal would come from. I need to tell the entire community here, it is imperative that they help us by keeping our shelves stocked. We've seen 100,000 pounds less food come in to the food bank this year. Our economic crisis isn't over. There are more families in line every day, and we can't do this work without everybody pitching in and helping us.
In order to save lives, the county's Department of Transportation launched an education and enforcement campaign in the intersection of Piney Branch Road and Garland Avenue. New bright yellow curb markings showing where to safely cross the street were installed in the Piney Branch corridor to indicate where is safe for pedestrians to actually cross.
I want to remind pedestrians at the point where they are making a split decision that crossing the street can be a death-defying act. And we hope that the markings will remind pedestrians to think twice before crossing mid-block and not risk injury or death.
Part of the campaign included Montgomery County Police issuing citations and warnings for failing to properly yield to pedestrians and drivers alike, and bilingual pedestrian safety promotion teams intercepting and instructing jaywalkers. The Piney Branch corridor ranked #1 in high incidence of pedestrian collisions. When we come back, we will talk with the police department about a credit card theft incident. And the county executive meets with the 2012 Leadership Montgomery class.
I'm Rockville 11's Bridget Breuer. I'm standing in front of a snowplow simulator trailer. We have the chance to take a look inside when County Report This Week continues.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili. February of 2010 hit Montgomery County and the D.C. area hard with back-to-back historic snowstorms. The severe weather conditions during a storm like that not only cause headaches for residents, but also can place snowplow operators in dangerous situations. Rockville launched a new training program to help their drivers. And our Rockville 11's Bridget Breuer has more. Bridget?
That's right, Rockville takes safety seriously for its employees. That's why the city decided to take advantage of a grant to bring a snowplow simulator training program to its public works department. We found out how technology and behavior modification will hopefully help these drivers inside during the next snowstorm. Snowplow operator Greg LaCroix faced whiteout conditions, dodged pedestrians, and parked vehicles all within the confines of a 40-foot trailer known as the Snowplow Simulator.
Basically, any training, like technical training, could be willing for anybody's skill. I don't care if you've been here for years, but new training always going to help in the long run.
This video game style training is part of a $9,000 grant from the city's local government insurance trust, or Leggett, which brought in L3 Communications to provide simulation training and e-learning for 28 City of Rockville Public Works employees.
It's a risk-free atmosphere. That's the best part of it. If they crash in here, nobody gets hurt, nothing gets destroyed. All we do is we talk about whatever the situation was that created the bad decision. And we work with that, we modify behavior is what we do.
So what are some of the driving conditions snowplow operators typically encounter?
You have poor visibility, you have poor road conditions, depending, there may be a lot of wind involved with it, there's a lot of snow involved with it, and then you have the other drivers, which is a major factor. They are not professionals.
Back during the winter of 2010, the city spent more than $5,000 on property damage from snow removal accidents. That's a stat safety and risk manager Mark Godet is hoping to change with this type of training.
Well, we're looking at reducing the cost. We want to reduce the cost of accidents, reduce the cost of fuel, as well as reduce the cost of incidents that citizens are receiving.
Godette says with this type of training, drivers should be 50% less likely to have a crash on Rockville's 160 miles of roads.
We want to provide safety to all our employees as well as to the citizens and reduce the cost. So we want to show everybody that we're trying to be proactive and being safe.
For County Report This Week, I'm Bridget Breuer.
County Executive Leggett met this week with a 2012 Leadership Montgomery class during a brown bag lunch in his office. Part of the meeting included an open Q&A session regarding current issues.
The purpose is for the class to have an opportunity to sit down with the county executive, hear about the issues that he's dealing with, hear about his leadership since we are a community leadership program, and then ask whatever questions they may wish.
Some of the topics covered during the exchange included the budget, education, jobs, immigration, economic development, and the future impact of BRAC in our county. Leadership Montgomery engages a group of diverse leaders in activities and programs to enable them to better serve the community. For more information, visit leadershipmontgomerymd.org. And now we go to Officer Janelle Smith with an update on a credit card theft where the victims were elderly. Officer?
Yes, Lorna. Officers from the Montgomery County Police 4th District are investigating several credit card thefts in which the victims have been elderly. In the first incident, which occurred in September, an 89-year-old man had his wallet stolen while in an elevator in an office building in Olney. In October, an 87-year-old woman had her wallet stolen from her purse while she was grocery shopping at a Giant store in Silver Spring. In both of these incidents, the two suspects went directly to various ATMs, gas stations, and Target stores in the area and used these credit cards. When they realized that this had occurred more than once, detectives obtained surveillance video of the suspects as well as pictures, and at this time are asking the public's help in identifying these suspects.
Now, what can anyone do to prevent this from happening?
Well, it seems that in both of these cases, the victims had been distracted, so police are warning that suspects do use distraction techniques in order to steal wallets from any type of victim. Therefore, be aware of these distraction techniques and protect your valuables.
Thank you, Officer Smith, for that police update. Hurricane Irene caused some serious damage to a highway infrastructure. Here is Tom Pogue from the county's Department of Transportation to tell us how it is already fixed.
Hi, I'm Tom Pogue, Community Relations Manager for the Department of Transportation. Here's an update for Montgomery County. Many of you have seen MCDOT's Highway Division crews when we have a major storm. They quickly clear away tree debris and downed limbs from the roads, but there are often less obvious tasks that require their attention for days or weeks after a storm. Take the recent damage to the bridge over Dry Seneca Creek on Montevideo Road in the western portion of the county. It was severely damaged last August during flooding caused by Hurricane Irene. Montevideo is classified as a rustic road, so the road and the bridge must retain their historic character. After the Division of Transportation Engineering developed a strategy to repair the bridge, a highway crew that specializes in bridge maintenance set to work. They rebuilt natural stone walls leading up to the bridge, stabilized the old stone abutments, rebuilt the road embankment, reset guardrails, and resurfaced the approaches. To maintain its historic character, the highway crew used native stone found near the bridge. This painstaking work took 6 weeks, with the road reopening to traffic late in October. For more information about highway services, visit our website at montgomerycountymd.gov/mcdot. We're working to keep you moving.
When we come back, we take you to the county's Veterans Day celebration. And Maryland's Lieutenant Governor visits Montgomery College. We'll tell you why. Stay tuned. Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili. A heartwarming homecoming was enjoyed on Veterans Day at MCPS. Coming home 7 months early from his deployment to Afghanistan, Navy Commander Scott Cruz reunited with his children at their schools.
On Friday at Montgomery Village Middle School, a special Veterans Day surprise was shared.
Good morning. Happy Veterans Day. Julia Cruz, surprise homecoming. Got a hug for your dad. I was stationed over in Afghanistan and wasn't supposed to be back until June of next year. I was allowed to come home early and wanted to share the homecoming with you. I'm very honored and proud to represent the deployed men and women of the armed services. Returning home on Veterans Day makes this especially wonderful homecoming.
I was surprised because I thought that he was in Afghanistan. And when I saw him, I was happy because I knew that he was home safe with me and my family.
Commander Scott Cruz then visited Whetstone Elementary School to reunite with his third-grade son, Christopher.
I'd like to present Chris with a Navy coin with the Navy core values, honor, courage, and commitment, because he exemplified those while I've been in Afghanistan. Get you that.
Are you going back?
No, I'm here. I'm here for good.
He then traveled to Watkins Mill High School to surprise his daughter, Sarah.
Sarah Cruz, Daddy's home.
To have my whole family back together, it's just great. I mean, we've missed our dad so much, and he's missed like field hockey games and swim meets, and he missed my birthday, and it was just really hard on us. But now that he's back and now they'll be able to celebrate all of our holidays and everything together, it'll just be nice.
The reunion not only provided a joyful moment for the Cruz family, but provided a real-life Veterans Day lesson on the sacrifices made by military families around the globe. The county's official Veterans Day commemoration took place at Veterans Plaza in Silver Spring. As part of the event, the county executive and veterans unveiled a permanent artwork tribute to our veterans.
Show your appreciation for the service our veterans have given to our country. You can go to the airports and be there to welcome home our servicemen and women who are now coming home, and you can welcome them as they get off the plane from Iraq and Afghanistan. And we must also remember the families of those who have served.
Montgomery County is home to approximately 50,000 veterans, and the dedication ceremony was part of the day's activities to honor veterans and their families. The Montgomery College president welcomed Maryland Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown and other state officials to the college for an announcement about healthcare workforce development.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Hey, how are you doing?
Welcome back to Montgomery College.
It's great to be back.
Dr. Pollard hosted Maryland Lieutenant Governor Brown and other members of the Governor's Workforce Investment Board for the release of the state's Healthcare 2020 Action Plan.
The Governor's Workforce Investment Board has developed a roadmap and has established a goal that will grow Maryland's workforce, healthcare workforce, by 10 to 25% over the next 10 years.
The plan, financed by a grant from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, sets forth 4 broad goals toward building a more robust healthcare workforce.
It's not an easy challenge. There's economics involved, there's licensure challenges, there's education system challenges, and the roadmap that we have laid out seeks to address each one of these challenges in a proactive way that will change how Maryland is able to meet the primary care needs of the communities that are within our great state.
This is the first time you've been in this facility with us?
You know, that's what I'm wondering.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think you're going to be very impressive.
The dignitaries also toured Montgomery College's Health Sciences building to see the facilities and to speak to students who are striving to become health professionals.
More and more Marylanders and Americans are going to be looking to and in need of health care. So I just want to say on behalf of the governor and myself that we appreciate that you are taking the time to invest in yourselves so that you can make a contribution in the healthcare industry.
Many agree that the Healthcare 2020 plan will be instrumental in building the healthcare workforce needed in the future.
The governor, lieutenant governor, and those folks who support them recognize the essential role that community colleges play in preparing the future healthcare industry and the workers who are going to support that.
The state's going to be a better place. That many more healthcare professionals, not only that are taking care of the Maryland population, but that have jobs that will support themselves and their families. Couldn't be a better situation.
More information on the Healthcare 2020 plan is on the Governor's Workforce Investment Board's website. As winter approaches, we spend little time in the garden. Our friends at Brookeside tell us why it is important to bring some plants inside the house. Here's more.
Do you have houseplants in your home? If not, you should consider getting some. Hello, I'm Ellen Hartranft from Brookeside Gardens, and I'm here to let you know that ordinary houseplants have extraordinary benefits. Who knew that the common houseplants like golden pothos, chlorophytum, which is a spider plant, or philodendron have air purifying benefits. A recent NASA survey has shown spider plants, rubber plants, the common Boston fern, all have the ability to purify the air. In addition, they just provide beautiful decoration for your home and psychological benefits in the winter. What's wonderful about the selection we have here is they really require very little care. They require low light, low water, and little fertilization. If you want to get a little more exotic, you can try things that require a little more skill, like orchids or begonias. If you'd like some more information about how to be successful with houseplants, stop by or call Brookeside Gardens Library.
When we come back, we invite you to the Executives Ball. This one is to support the libraries. And Montgomery College makes soccer history. We'll be right back.
The MC women's soccer team won their first ever NJCAA Division III National Championship, knocking off Monroe College 4-0. MC swept the tournament award. Sonia Bosma was named tournament MVP. Anna Bolanos, offensive MVP. Tina Ramirez, defensive MVP. And MC head coach Kelly Wakeman was honored as the coach of the tournament. MC has received a $50,000 pledge from the David Bruce Smith Family Foundation. The gift will aid students who need financial assistance and also support enhanced college curricula for MC students. MC and Discovery Communications will launch a career development program for veterans in the spring of 2012. It will include workshops on resume writing and interview techniques, mentorships with Discovery professionals, and internship opportunities.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. For years, the County Executive Annual Ball has benefited the arts and humanities in Montgomery County. Now, in its 26th year, the proceeds will support the Montgomery County Public Library system.
If you like to have a good time and want to help make Montgomery County a better place, you too can be a part of Montgomery County's finest evening of the year, the Montgomery County Executives Ball.
Montgomery County's Executive Ball was founded by the late Betty Mae Kramer in 1986 to support nonprofits and arts and humanities organizations in Montgomery County. And over 20 years later, her legacy continues.
We looked at the needs of Montgomery County and wanted to expand what the arts and humanities did, and we wanted to identify what the Executive Ball could support this year. And we decided that that should be the public libraries in the county.
This year's theme, titled One for the Books, will benefit the Montgomery County Public Library System in celebration of its 60th anniversary.
I remember in Montgomery County living in Olney, Maryland, and taking my children when they were 2 and 3 years old to the Olney Public Library. And it was the center of the community, getting our library cards and picking out our books. Loved it.
Proceeds to the library will be used to increase and upgrade the technology, enhance the world language programs in libraries throughout the county, and they will also work on the literacy program for both children and adults.
You'd be surprised to know that 9 million people visited the public libraries in 2010. Huge, huge meeting place, huge place of learning, giving, sharing, and community.
So mark your calendar now, Sunday, December 4th, 6 o'clock at the Montgomery County Conference Center in Rockville for Montgomery County's finest evening of the year, the Montgomery County's Executive Ball. Come enjoy fine food, wonderful silent auction, dancing, and meet your friends, neighbors, and elected officials. See you there.
Now we meet our pet of the week. It happens to be a female dog. Here is Kathy Stanhope from the Humane Society.
Hi, this is Kathy Stanhope with your Pet of the Week at the Montgomery County Humane Society, and we are here with Isis. She is a 4-year-old German Shepherd Husky mix. As you can see, she's a very intelligent, good-looking girl. She was given up by her previous owner, and she's here and she's looking for a new home. She really likes women. She's not too crazy about men, but she can learn to adjust, and she needs some room to run around. She did live with an older, medium-sized dog in her past life, and she got along with him, but the previous owners think she might be better off in a house where she's the only dog, and she can be the queen of the roost. She's a little nervous right now, as you can see, but she's very sweet. She's looking for a home. Yes, you're a good girl. And she has 2 different color eyes. She has a brown eye and 1 blue eye. She's a good girl, and she really wants to go home with somebody. So if you're looking for a dog, come on down and meet Isis at the Montgomery County Humane Society. And remember, we're going to have the holidays coming up, and we're also going to be doing photos with Santa on December 3rd, December 4th, and December 10th at various locations. So visit us on the web at www.mchumane.org and find out more information about Isis here and about the photos with Santa. Right, Isis?
And to wrap up our show this week, there's some historic sports news coming from Montgomery College. And MCTV's Michael Brown has all the details.
For the first time in Montgomery College's history, the women's soccer team has won the NJCAA Division III National Championship. After making it to the championship final 2 years ago and losing a heartbreaker in the regional final last year, this year's squad wanted to close the deal.
We were upset with what happened last year when we lost in the regional final, so all the sophomores wanted it.
Head coach Kelly Wakeman put together a tough regular season schedule designed to get the team ready for postseason challenges.
There were so many obstacles, but we overcame them, and there was no doubt, in my opinion, that we could finish this the way we did this year.
We had a stretch of games in the middle of the season where we played 3 ranked opponents in 4 days.
They won all 3, then took care of business in the regionals to qualify for the nationals, where they were primed for the challenge of the 8-team format.
We were clearly the team to beat in the tournament, and there was a little buzz around the tournament about us.
They won their opener handily, but the semifinal was a 2-1 nail-biter with Tina Ramirez making the play of the game.
She saved one off the goal line that the keeper kind of came out too far. It was going in back post, and leaning backwards, she saved one off a header, deflected a header that was clearly going in. So that was the difference probably between winning and losing that game.
The final was the next day, and they saved their best for last.
We didn't want to come all the way and fall one short. So I don't know, we just had a lot of heart, and the end result was great.
That heart showed as they pounded Monroe College 4-0, with Bosma leading the way with 2 goals and an assist.
It was awesome. It was, I thought about my father, I thought about my coach, my teammates, and the previous years. I mean, all the heart and soul and effort and tears.
It was a beautiful thing to watch. Those 4 goals, they earned every one of them, and it was just that dominant performance. It was the culmination, the pinnacle moment for everybody, and they deserved to have a game like that.
That pinnacle moment produced the first national championship in the history of MC women's soccer.
I was ecstatic. I got tears in my eyes, and it was really surreal. I knew we could do it, but just it happening was it was like a dream come true. It's something I'm never going to forget.
And that does it for County Report this week. Join us at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Lorna Virgili, and thank you for watching.